Welcome back to Old Plastic Guys. Today we're going to take a look at my vintage Luke Skywalker Cardback collection. I was looking through my videos and I realized I've never made a video on my Cardback collection. Now I have posted photos on Instagram of my collection. I think the last photo I posted on Instagram had, I believe, 36 different Luke Skywalker Cardbacks. And my collection has now grown to 46 different Luke Skywalker Cardbacks. So I put sticky notes on my cardback for quick reference, like if I see a cardback listed on Facebook or eBay. Since I always leave my cardbacks in a stack like this. And then I can flip through them and see what cardbacks I have to see if the one that I'm looking at is one that I don't already have. So if you're wondering why I put post-it notes with what they are, it's just for quick reference. I do not have my cardbacks displayed on a shelf. They're just in a stack like this. Hopefully that will change this next year. I'm looking for a new display cabinet for my Luke Skywalker collection, and hopefully I can get that set up sometime this year. 46 cardbacks for one figure is kind of crazy, and I've been looking back at it. I mean, I don't believe that having a collection of 46 cardbacks of one figure makes any financial sense at all. I mean, if I were to die and my family were to sell these cardbacks, nobody would buy them as a complete set. People would cherry pick a couple of cards and then they would struggle to sell off the rest. So I do not recommend anybody getting as crazy as me on collecting cardbacks for one particular figure. It's just my OCD, I guess. I try and collect all of them. And I probably won't stop collecting cardbacks until I can't find any more. Unfortunately, I'm getting to the point now where the ones I'm missing are extremely expensive. Like the Italian Harbert card, and there's got to be others. The one that I really want is the Toll Toys from Australia. I really want that card back. But who knows when I'll be able to pick up those cards. Alright, so yeah, I've collected so far 46 different Luke Skywalker cardbacks. And I went back through my videos and I've never made a video of it. And I figured I might as well get this video out of the way. Alright, so we might as well start with the American released cards. I have them all in stacks of where they're from. I'll just tell you briefly. That's my Spanish cardback, that's my Brazilian cardback, Japan cardback, French cardback, German cardback, English or UK cardbacks, Canada cardbacks, and US release cardbacks. So, alright, let's dive into this. The first US card is this beauty. As you can see by the post-it note, this is a Kenner Star Wars 12 back A, and this is a Hong Kong version. This card's in pretty good shape. The bubble was taken off carefully, though the proof of purchase was cut out, but you can still read below the proof of purchase that this is a Hong Kong. It says it right there, Hong Kong. And being the 12 back A, it has the short saber tip on the top. It has the long instructions on the second half of the saber operations. And it also has $2 right there. Now on the other versions, we'll get to them, it doesn't have that $2 right there. Alright, so this is the US release 12 back A, Hong Kong. Next up is the Kenner Star Wars 12-back A Taiwan version. This card's in beautiful condition as well, but it has the proof of purchase cut off almost identically as that Hong Kong. It might very well have been the same person that owned both. But you can see here that it says Taiwan instead of Hong Kong. And again, short saber tip, long instructions on the second half, and $2 right there. 12-back A, Taiwan. Next up, this is a Kenner Star Wars B-back, Hong Kong. This one has a little litho tear up in here, which kind of sucks, but still in pretty good condition overall. Alright, so on the 12-back B, you now have an airbrushed long tip on the first part of the telescoping saber instructions, but it still has the long instructions, just like the A, on the second half. But it no longer has $2 right here. Alright, so this is the B back, Hong Kong. Next, we have the Kenner Star Wars 12-back B Taiwan version. And this one here is in really nice condition as well, as you can see. Alright, so this is the airbrushed long tip. Still has the long instructions on the second half and no $2 there. But this is the Taiwan right there, you can see, version. Next, we have the Kenner Star Wars 12-back C, Hong Kong. Unfortunately, somebody took off the price sticker. I hate it when they do that. But otherwise, beautiful card. 12-back C. So this card back's going to be different than the last two. As you can see here on the 12-back C, you have a long airbrushed saber tip. But now the instructions on the second half of the saber operations has changed, and now it has abbreviated, shortened instructions on the second half. And no $2 there. And yes, this is a Hong Kong right there. So Hong Kong 12-back C. Alright, now we have the Kenner Star Wars 12-back C Taiwan. Pretty beautiful card, but the proof of purchase has been cut out. So long saber tip, short instructions, no $2, but it does say, you can barely read it, but it says Taiwan right there, right below where it was cut. Maybe if I zoom. See, when I zoom, you can read made in Taiwan. Alright, 12-back C Taiwan. Alright, this is a really nice card. This is the Kenner Star Wars 12-back D, made in Hong Kong. Now, I'm not sure why they are calling this a 12-back. I know it's a 12-back card, but on the 12-back D, they've actually changed the card to a 32-back by applying a 32-back sticker to the lower half of the card. Now, this 12-back D that has the 32-back sticker, this original card is a 12-back C card. You can tell it's a C by the airbrushed long saber tip on the top and the short instructions. Makes this a 12-back C card, but because they applied this 32-back sticker to the lower portion of the card, it is now a 12-back D. Alright, moving on. Okay, the cards with the orange as opposed to yellow post-it notes are new acquisitions. This one I got on eBay just recently. This is a Kenner Star Wars 20 back A Hong Kong. Pretty beautiful card, no real litho damage to it. Still has the proof of purchase. So 20 back, and this is the 20 back A, and you can tell it's a 20 back A by the Cantina playset. Here is a prototype. You can see that it doesn't have the doorway on the left. So this is the prototype Cantina display set. Alright, so Kenner 20A. Next up, we have the Kenner 20C back Hong Kong. This card has some creases down the center, but it still displays pretty nice. Alright, 20C back. This 20C back never had the sticker put over the rocket firing Boba Fett, so this is one of my favorite cards. There's no sticker residue on here, that there was never a sticker applied that I can tell. And I've looked at it very closely, and I can't find any adhesive or litho damage to the photo at all. But man, I love that photo of them demonstrating the rocket firing Boba Fett. Love this card back. It has litho damage here and here where somebody had tape on. I'm not sure what was attached to it at one point, but it looks like there was tape on the corners here. Alright, so 20 back C shows rocket firing Boba Fett. Next up, we have the Kenner 20E Taiwan. So 20E, and you can see here, made in Taiwan. And I believe the 20E has the rounded corners on the Boba Fett sticker. Taiwan version. Next up, this is the Kenner Star Wars 20 back E Hong Kong version. The last one was the 20E Taiwan. Now this one has some heavy litho damage where some fool tore the price sticker off, unfortunately. But you can see it's the same Boba Fett sticker with the rounded corners, and this one now says Hong Kong instead of Taiwan like the last one. And the other thing I noticed with the Taiwan, the black is a little bit duller and rougher than the Hong Kong, is a glossier finish on the card back. Alright, moving on. Kenner Star Wars 21 back A Hong Kong version. 21A. And Hong Kong, yes, Hong Kong right there. Star Wars Kenner 21A Hong Kong. Next is the Kenner Star Wars 21B Hong Kong. So the 21B now has a display case and the droid factory, well, it's changed. So this is the A and this is the B, and it looks like they've just rotated all of the photos. Now this looks like a prototype dewback, and that looks like the retail dewback. you can tell by the head is different on this one. The Star Wars cases look the same, just different locations. Sandcrawler looks about the same. Okay, the droid factory looks different. The one on the A looks like a prototype. And that's about it. So this is the B-21. Alright. I better grab a sip of coffee with my What the France mug. Next up, we have the Kenner Star Wars 21C back. So this now has a free secret Star Wars action figure offer on the front. The last one, the 21B, did not. Now we're on the 21C. So on the back, they've applied a sticker covering up the bottom for the free action figure offer that they applied to the front. So 21C going on. Now we have the Kenner Empire Strikes Back. Okay, so now we've gone from Star Wars on the 21C to Empire Strikes Back on the 21G. This is the first Empire Strikes Back card, and this is the Hong Kong version, and it has the secret Star Wars action figure offer, just like this 21C, but you can see the sticker is now been changed from a red circle to a star shape. Pretty cool. Alright, so the 21G. Now the entire lower half is not a sticker like it was on this one. It's now printed on the card back. And it's not a sticker on the front. This is actually painted. It's litho. So this one was a sticker on the front and a sticker on the back. This one is actually part of the card on the front and on the back. All right. Let's see. Whoops. Trying to keep them organized, guys. Next up, we have the Kenner Empire Strikes Back 31 Back B, Hong Kong. This card's in pretty nice shape. A little bit of litho right there where the bubble came off. All right. So this one is, yeah, Hong Kong, which is right there. Hong Kong. 31 Back B. Next up, we go to the Kenner Empire Strikes Back 32A, Hong Kong. This is a pretty nice card. Little bit of litho tear right there. Now you can see that they've added Yoda as opposed to the 31. No Yoda up there. And they've changed the play sets as well. So 32A Hong Kong version. And now we jump ahead to the Empire Strikes Back Kenner 41A. This one is a Unitoy. And this has the free Star Wars action figure survival kit offer. And that is not a sticker, it's actually part of the litho. And you can see the survival kit offer on the bottom. Yep, 41A. And now we go to the, oh, I forgot to show you, this one here, the 41A Unitoy. You can tell it's Unitoy because it has a big U right next to Guido. So that's the Unitoy factory. Alright, next one we have the Kenner Empire Strikes Back 41C, Unitoy, Hong Kong. This one is going to be different because it no longer has the survival kit on the bottom. It has the AT-AT and some Hoth playsets, etc. Alright, that's 41C. And the Unitoy is still by Guido, the U there. Next up, we have the Kenner Empire Strikes Back 41E. This is a Hong Kong Unitoy card. Unitoy has now been moved over here below the UPC, which has been cut out on this card, and it is Hong Kong. Now they've changed to a blue background. 41E. Next up, we have the Kenner Empire Strikes Back 45 back A. This is also Unitoy, Hong Kong. And this has the Star Wars Display Arena offer. So we now have the Display Arena offer on the bottom, and it's been changed to a yellow background. And Hong Kong right there. And the U for Unitoy is right there where my thumb is. 45A. Next up, we have the Kenner Empire Strikes Back 45 back B, Unitoy Hong Kong. This also has the Star Wars Display Arena offer, just like the 45A. Basically identical cards. The difference is on the back of the card. They've added a extension to the offer, extending the offer till July 31st of 1982. On the A, the offer expires in May of 82, so they extended it now with this black sticker, which you can barely see, to July. That's the only difference between these cards. I was happy to be able to catch this card on eBay. That's why I really love having these post-it notes on there for quick reference. Alright, next we have a Kenner Empire Strikes Back 47 back A. This is a Hong Kong Unitoy, and it now has the free Forlom offer on the front of the card. This card's in pretty nice shape as well. Alright, so the free Forlom offer takes up the lower portion of the card. You can see right there there's a U for Unitoy, and made in Hong Kong right there. So this is the 47 back A card. Moving on, we are now into Return of the Jedi with this Kenner Return of the Jedi 48 back D. Made in Hong Kong or Macau. And this has free Nien Nunb offer on the front of the card. And you can see the offer for Nien Nunb on the bottom. And this one says made in Hong Kong or Macau, as labeled herein. This is a 48 back D. Alright, now we have the Kenner Return of the Jedi 65 back B. This is a China card. It's a HG card, which is a Cater factory. So you got HG right there. That's for the Cater factory. And right here it says figure made in China, and 65 back B. Next up, we now have the beautiful Gunner chair. This is a Kenner Return of the Jedi 77 back A Hong Kong Cater. Beautiful card back. Unfortunately, somebody pulled off the price sticker again. I hate it when people do that. Beautiful 77 back. And last but not least, we have the same card. This is a Kenner Return of the Jedi 77 back A with an alternate SKU number. The SKU number is right here, the SKU on the first card back I showed you. This has the factory SKU number of 38180 right there. And for some reason, Kenner changed that number to a 71600. And this is a black sticker over the old SKU number. Alright, so that is all of my US release card backs for Luke Skywalker. And now if you've survived that part of the video, I know this has got to be a painfully boring video, but I'm doing it for my reference, and to whomever inherits my collection, they'll have some idea of what my collection is. Let's move on to Canada now. So for Canada, I have the Canadian Star Wars 12 back A. Unfortunately, this card has been cut, but I can still identify it as a 12 back A because it has the short tip and the long instructions on the second half. So that tells me that this is a 12 back A. And now that it's Canadian 12 back, you can see that it is in English and in French. So that's how you can tell that it's Canadian. It's bilingual. And that is the 12 back A. Next up, we have the Kenner Canada Star Wars 12 back B. This card's pretty nice condition, although the proof of purchase has been cut. Now, you can tell that this is a 12 back B because it now has a long airbrushed lightsaber tip there, but it still has the long instructions on the second half of that. And obviously bilingual Canadian cardback. And next up, we have the Kenner Canada Empire Strikes Back 21 back A, made in Hong Kong. And you can see that it is now Secret Star Wars action figure offer is bilingual, English and French. 21 back, Canadian. And this beautiful card I just picked up from Tony. This is a Kenner Canada Empire Strikes Back 41 back E Hong Kong card. Now this is the transition card where they used an Empire Strikes Back card and put a Return of the Jedi sticker over the ESB part of the front of the card. And this is Return of the Jedi figure offer, bilingual on the front and on the back. Oh, and it's in French up here, which is kind of nice. That's Empire Strikes Back in French and Return of the Jedi in English on the front. All right, that is the Canadian 41E. All right, that is Canada, guys, and we're going to move on to Palitoy. First up for Palitoy, we have the Palitoy Star Wars 12 back A Hong Kong. I love these Palitoy cards. Beautiful. So this is the 12 back A, the first Palitoy card. And you can tell that it has the short saber tip right there with the complicated instructions on the second portion. Made in Hong Kong. Palatoy 12 back A. All right, next up, we have the Palatoy Empire Strikes Back 41 back A. This is a Cater, Hong Kong, and it still has the Palatoy logo on the front. And you can see that it is Hong Kong and a Cater factory. It has the capital K right there above my finger. 41 back A. Next up, we have the Empire Strikes Back Palatoy 45 back A. This has the Bounty Hunter offer with Palatoy on the front, and this is a Hong Kong. Beautiful card back. All right, next up, we now have the Palatoy Empire Strikes Back 45 back B, Hong Kong. Now this no longer has Palatoy on the front of the card, but it is nice that it has the drop shadow box on the Empire Strikes Back. I like that touch. Now if you look at the 45A, it doesn't have that drop shadow box below Empire Strikes Back. And it doesn't have the offer on the front or the Palatoy on the front. So a lot of changes between the 45A and 45B. .45 back B. Well, it does have the offer on the back, but as you can see, the special offer is written in yellow on the A and white on the B. Interesting. All right, moving on to Return of the Jedi. This is a Palatoy 45 back C. And now the special offer on the back on the lower portion has changed yet again. Palatoy 45 back C. And next we have the Palatoy Return of the Jedi 65 back D, Hong Kong, made in Hong Kong. Look at that, we got the blacked out Ewoks. Special offer Chewbacca bandolier strap, 65 back. And next we have the Palatoy Return of the Jedi 70 back tri-logo, made in China. And still has a couple of figures blacked out there. 70 back tri-logo. I love the gunner chair, beautiful. All right, so that is Palatoy. Now let's take a look at this card. This is the Empire Strikes Back 45 back A General Mills card. It says made in Hong Kong. This is the German General Mills card back. And it's kind of nice. It has that drop shadow on the ESB logo on the front of the card as well. Here's the back. Empire Strikes Back 45 back, General Mills, and it is written in German. Beautiful card back. Thank you again, Tony, if you watch. And now we will go to France. What the France? This is the Meccano 12 back A. So this is the first card back from Meccano. This is their 12 back A. Later they moved to a square card back, and then later after that they went back to a rectangle card back. So beautiful Meccano card back. And this is the 12 back A with the short saber tip and the long instructions on the second half. Very nice. Meccano 12 back A. And now we go to Japan with the Takara Star Wars 12 back B, Hong Kong. Now the Takara cards have a Japanese sticker on the front of the card. On the back of the card, this is a 12 back B. You can tell because it has an airbrushed long saber tip on the front, on the upper portion of the lightsaber instructions, but it still has the extended instructions on the second half of it. So this is a B, and it doesn't have the $2 there. Takara 12 back B. All right, and now I don't want to pick them up in the background. This is not a mock. This is a card back with the figure displayed. This is the Brazilian Glasslight card back. Oh, let me bring it up here. So all Brazilian card backs are the same, except for the sticker they put on the front of the card. This is the Luke Skywalker sticker, and so if it was, say, Darth Vader, this sticker right here would be Darth Vader. And they are all the same. These cards were produced in, what, 1988, I believe. So yes, the card backs are all the same for all the figures. They just changed the sticker on the front. So that is Brazil. And then we have Spain here. This is a Spanish card back. Now, it has this big offer sticker on the front, but you can see there's an outline of a blue circle behind that sticker, which is the POC sticker. Let me spin it around for you guys so you can look at the back. Alright, so this is the back of the card. I don't want to tip it. This is a 41 back with an offer sticker on it. And this is a transition card where it was going from POC, which is this yellow stamp on the top of the card. And on the bottom, the proof of purchase is a PVP, so this is after PVP bought POC, but the figures were still made at the POC factory. They hadn't yet got molds and produced them at the PVP factory. Alright guys, that is my collection. If you made it to the end, bravo. That was 46 different Luke Farm Boy card backs. Alright guys, I promise I won't bore you with another video like this until the end of the year, because I assume I'll probably pick up a few cards throughout the summer. And videos like this can be quite painful, so have a great weekend and we'll see you all in the next video.